Everybody, welcome back. We're still progressing through our beautiful Birdwatcher mini album book. I never really know what to call it, to be honest. Everybody seems to call these mini albums, but that conjures up in my mind something that's little. And this isn't little. And some people make even bigger ones. So, you know, it's a book, it's an album, it's a journal, it's whatever you want it to be. But it is very, very pretty. These papers are, gorgeous. So last time we did the cover, and that's looking really rather splendid, I think. I'm glad we decided to use the ribbon bow. I like it a lot. And the ribbon down there. And we've got the spine done. That's the spine with this little sort of placket on it. And the back, which is plain, but isn't that just beautiful paper? It all is. It's really lovely. So inside we have got our inner front cover done, and that's waiting for a sort of big photo mat to go in there. But I want to wait and see what papers I've got left over rather than cut into a whole sheet for that. This is waiting for something. Then here we've got this page that you watched me do, and this is the saloon doors. And it's on magnets, it opens up. Oh, actually that's waiting for a tag in there. Yeah, that needs to be attended to. But very, very pretty. I keep saying it. It's pretty paper. Here's a half page, and this is a pocket, nice big pocket. You can get lots of photos, notes, pamphlets, anything, you know. If you've been out for the day and you've got ticket stubs, or you've got a little brochure of where you've been, whatever, that would go in there. And then on the back we've got a really big pocket and a big tag, so you get a nice photograph on there and on there. And I've just popped a piece of ribbon in the top which coordinates with the ribbons on the front. And I used the Birdwatcher paper there, and for the pocket I actually used the paper that's all the little stamps, because I just honestly couldn't see me using up all of those stamps in projects. I mean, I do like stamps and I like birds, but blimey, there's a lot of them, and I've still got, I've got the 8x8 and the 12x12, so I've still got sheets of stamps to use should I wish to. And then this was one of the little ephemera cards that I just popped on there. Little Bird Told Me, I like that. And there's a kind of little journaling space here, so you can say what the little bird told you. You know, the little bird told me that such a place would be very nice, and it was, whatever it is that the little bird told you. And then we've still got this one, and this one to do. But, we're making progress. There's no point. I've said this to you before, but I'll say it again. It bears repeating, I think. I don't see the point in flying quickly through projects. Everything that we use is expensive. And so it's nice to sort of savour it in a way, really, rather than just do it as quickly as you can. I like savouring the flavour. So I think today we'll work on this page, so as we've got, we'll then be finished up to there. So we really are making progress. And I've got a page that I've got notes for it. I drew it and then I made notes. So here's all my bits. Here's my page. Let's just see if it works out, eh? Hopefully it will. I can't even remember which side of this I intended to use now. So that's not so good. I mean, that's gorgeous, but what was I going to put on it? It's going to have that as a pocket at the bottom. Birds are upside down, but ignore that. I'll put them the right way up. So was it that side? No, it couldn't have been that side, because that would be too much with that. But yeah, that's the same as that. No, I'm going to change my tune here. change my bird song. I'm coming over to this page. Now then, if I had that there, I should have marked these. Thought I was being all clever, and then, you know, promptly forgot. That there, that there. So far so good. That's the door. Well, I say door, it's a flip. It's a flip, it's not a door. And that's just a little pocket that goes down there. I think I was going to use the other side. I think I was going to use that side. We haven't really used that anywhere in the journal book yet. A little bit there on the front cover, but that's all. So I'm going to use this side. Before I stick that down, I need to get the flap organised because it needs to tuck under this before we stick it all down into the book. So let's get the flap sorted out first. So this is that lovely bit that's got the stamps on it. I really like that. That must be the back bit. Oh, blimey, there's bits. I had loads of bits clipped on here, there and everywhere. So do I want this flap? I'll just tell you now, it's been scored at 1/2 inch and again at 5/8, but it's the 1/2 inch that's going to get attached to the back of the paper, but we're going to decorate up to the edge of the 5/8. So this is the bit that we're interested in at the moment. So I'll just crease that along there. So do I want this on the edge and this down there? Looks to be a little bit wide, that. Oh no, maybe not. No, that's fine. Or do I want it the other way around? So it's decisions, isn't there? So many decisions. Well, they both look nice. Yeah, that's the thing. But I think I'll put that one over here. I've decided. I have decided. This one is going over there. So let's get the glue out and get something stuck down. And for those of you following the saga, Mr. F is still painting, still moving things around, and still working really hard. So he's to be commended. I'm very grateful to him. But I will say, as I've said before, next time any decoration's being done in this house, somebody is coming in to do it. Because they do it really quickly and it's not as disruptive. And yeah, that's what's going to happen. So I know I keep repeating myself, but this is a tip worth knowing. Just use your finger and go along the edge, but press inwards. Press inwards so the glue doesn't seep out. If you just put your splotchy finger down, the glue will go both sides and it will seep out. So go along the edge, but pressing inwards. Like that. And the coral does take a little while to tack up. That's why we like it. So we can move things when we put them down. So it's obviously this side that I'm going to use. Let's just check once again. Yeah, that's good. So let's get some glue on here. This looks like a complicated page. Might turn out that it is a complicated page, I don't know, but I don't think it's beyond our limits. Let's hope not. Anyway. But I'm going to build it all first before I stick it into the page, just in case it is beyond my limits and it turns out rubbish. So this doesn't really have a top and a bottom, but do butt it up. Line it up with the bottom of your paper and the top, and then butt it up to the edge so you can't see any black down that well, let's call it a seam, I don't know what you'd call it. Join, that's a good word for it. So I'm doing the same trick here. And that looks pretty, I think. That's a very pretty page, which is going to get applied to this. Now this has got an all over pattern, but it definitely has a right and a wrong way. There's text in the background here, and obviously you want that to be, well, you don't have to, it's not obvious about it, you can have it any way you like, but I want mine to be reading the right way. So let's push this out so it's the 1/4 inch now, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch that we've got there, and we're going to pop that onto there, line it up. Oh, I know I say this to you all the time, but look at this beautiful paper that we're covering up. It's just so gorgeous. I'm going to have quite a lot of paper left actually from this project, so I will do something else with it, definitely. It's too nice not to. Okay, so holding that, I'm not sure that's right up to the crease actually. Sound like I'm watching cricket, don't I? Up to the crease. Step up to the crease. Yeah, that's it there. I'm just fiddling with this a bit because I really want it to be right, obviously. Yeah, so that's it there. And I'll use collal just in case when I turn it over it's a bit on the wonk. Things on the wonk are no good to us. Bit of excess glue there, so I'll just take my given tool, which is my finger, I'll go up there, make sure that's right on the crease. I'm kind of pressing it in towards the crease as I go, and press that down. I'm not too concerned about ink splodging out over here because this is the back, it's going to be stuck into the book. But if you've got masses of extra glue, just be careful that it hasn't splodged out on the inside like this has done. Look at that. So you have to be aware of that. Wipe that up as soon as you can. Collal is great for coming off. So I'm hoping that that is where I want it. Fold that over and see. Yeah, that looks great. That's straight there, straight there. Wow, we're straight. So I'm just going to push that back so I've got my little gusset in there, which will allow us to put in our pocket, which is going to go along here. Now, this is going to be covered, and it's going to be covered with this paper, but and I'm going to put a magnet in there. Was I going to use that? No, I think it doesn't matter anyway. There's a magnet going in there, and I can't put it in until I put my pocket in, until I can see where it really needs to go. So the pocket, all I've done is scored round. I've measured it. I've added 1 inch to the total measurement, folded over, scored over 1/2 inch on both sides and 1/2 inch on the bottom, cut my little angle out and glued them like that. And this is going to go here, hopefully perfectly. Oh, look at that. It's amazing. It's amazing, I tell you. So there we are, and that should still then flop over. Yeah, beautifully. So we're not impeding that. So let's put some double-sided on there. I'm going to use my 3/8 because, as I say, my fold over is 1/2 inch. So the 3/8 is just the right width for that. So just burnish those down. As I keep saying, burnishing is your friend. Really good contact. And then what I want to do is just cut out a little line, little triangle there up to that corner. Same on this side, otherwise you see it and it looks a bit pants. So there we are. And I'm just going to unpick my... Actually, oh, do I want to put my paper on first? Would it be easier, do you think? I think it probably would. So let's just work out then exactly where this magnet's going to go, so we can get it on. I don't need the paper there, that's just complicating things for no reason whatsoever. So that's going to go there like that, exactly there. And this is going to flip there. So I think a magnet, come on guys, play the game. A magnet sort of there and wherever it matches to. Double-sided is the thing that is helpful in situations like this. So I'm just going to take a bit of double-sided and I'm going to want it about there, so I'm going to stick the double-sided down, peel the backing off, at least part way, stick one of my magnets, and I've just got new magnets and they're thin but they're like super strength, so stick that down on there. And I'm just going to put the tape back over it like that, and then I'm going to get another piece of double-sided. Oh, it's all high-tech this, isn't it? And put that the other way up, so it's cover to cover, backing strip to backing strip. Get my magnet. I'm hoping these aren't so strong this isn't going to work. Put that on there where it wants to go, like that. Then fold this over once you've got your pocket exactly where you want it, which is exactly there. Should have stuck that down first, shouldn't I? Never mind. Right, so that's there. Fold that over, press that down, and with a bit of luck, they'll come undone, or not. Right, okay, that's fine. That's fine. So, yes, we've got our magnets in. So now I can go ahead and put my paper onto here. I'm just going to undo that. Like so. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue over the magnet itself and then stick our paper in. I'm pretty sure there's a more elegant way of doing that, to be honest, but it works. So if it works, it works. I'm going to have to run my finger around these edges because I've got a bit of excess gluage going on. I really need to get myself a Timmy towel because my poor old trousers are just like rigid with glue. So let's stick this on where we need it to be. Slightly more this way. Oh, look at that, that's lovely. Lovely. So I've got a big blob of glue there that I really don't want. Lovely, that's gone. Things sticking. So stick that down, particularly, well, all over, but particularly around where that magnet is. There we go. So let's get the bone folder. Bits of glue coming out there at the top. Get them out when you see them, that's the best thing, because you think you'll go back and take them off and you forget. Right, so that's that. I'm just going to get my brace simply for the fact that I've got that magnet in there and I really want it stuck down well. Can't hear any air in there. Okay, so let's get this pocket in place. So we'll take the double-sided off. I'm quite tempted to put just a little touch of collal over this double-sided, just to allow me that bit of movement. Not much, and just down the middle really. I don't know if it would help or not. It can't hinder anyway. So make sure that your corner is exactly on your corner. You're going up there straight. And you're straight along the bottom. Lovely. Good job. Good job. So let's just burnish the sides down, the ones we've just stuck down. That's it. Right, that's lovely. So we've got our flap. Forgot about the magnet, but it's working well. So we can put this other side on now. So question is, was I going to put that side on or that side on? I'll show you what else is happening with this page, and then you can see my dilemma. This little pocket, which has no gussets, it's not a gusseted pocket, is going to go down here, and then we're going to have a tag that goes into the pocket, like that. So when it opens up, it could either be that, or it could be that. And I quite like that actually. I quite like that with that tag. All marries in quite nicely. And that of course marries in with that. So yeah, okay. Talked myself into it. We're going for the red. Let's just check that that is indeed the correct dimensions for us. Don't forget you've got this 1/8 of an inch gully down here. So don't stick any decorative paper over that, otherwise it won't work properly. So, okay, let's unpick. I think it's unpicked itself there, that's fine. Put some glue on the magnet and on the decorative paper. Oh, sorry, blue tit, I'm covering you up. There we go. Right. So you want to get this right on the edge and the bottom. That is just good. That is a good job. So once again, go around it with your finger or your thumb, whatever, but make sure you're pressing in. There we go. A little bit of seepage there. Okay, so let's just fondle that for a minute, or rub it, or whatever. Just run your hand over it. Let's leave it at that, and it'll soon tack up, and then we can go in with bone folder or the brayer or something just to get it to stick down, particularly over that magnet. These magnets that I'm using are really thin, they're 1mm magnets, but they have a heck of a pulling force. I had a real job getting 2 off to use today, as it was a new pack, so there, you know, had all that problem. Right, so let's just get the brayer out, see what's, can't hear any air there. Lovely. Okay, so that's that done. So now we just need to put our, I'll just open that for the time being, put our pocket on, which is a straightforward job. Just want it down near the bottom. I really like that contrast there, it's very nice. Shall I double side it? Decisions. No, I'm just going to glue it on. Right up to the top, because it's the top bit that gets the most use. There we go. So let's centre that by eye on the edge and the bottom. I think that's it. Let's have a look. It looks like it just needs to go that way a little bit. Yep, that's fine. Happy with that. So once again, just rub your finger around it. It's so pretty, isn't it? So pretty. I'll just get my bone folder out, and I'm just going to go quite gently actually, because I don't think it's had time to tack up. Right, so let's make the tag. So it just needs some glue on the back. Bobby's viewing platform has been removed today because it's that wall that's getting decorated. So he's at a bit of a loss today because he can't jump up onto the stool that he has as a step. And then the next thing is a little chest of drawers, and it's carpeted on the top specifically for His Royal Highness. We don't carpet all our chests of drawers. But he can't get there today because it's, well, he could, but it's in the middle of the room, so he wouldn't see anything. So he's at a bit of a loss. He's outside now having a look to see what's going on. Check on the ducks, make sure they're all right. They do amuse him for quite long periods, actually. He just sits and looks at them. Alright, so just go around that. There we go. Lovely. I'm just going to lightly run the brayer over that, but it feels really good and flat to me. Yeah, I'm not hearing anything coming out of there. So I've got this piece left. You might remember I cut this for somewhere else and it didn't look right. But I'm wondering if it would look quite nice on there. I think it probably would. Let's just have a look, see, shall we? I could put it on that page, but I think that's a really nice page for putting photographs. So I think what I had in mind was to put it in here. On here, should I say. On there, like that. Yeah, quite like that. Let's do that. I'm just going to trust my eyes and hopefully get this in the centre. Oh yes, that's what I was going to do. Just seen it now written on the back, I remember. Thought, oh, I'd better write that or I'll forget. And I forgot. What I was going to do was pop that there, glued just on the top, so as it could be a tuck spot for something in there. That was what I was going to do. Excellent. Good job I wrote it on it. It says glue top only. I know what I'm like. If it wasn't written on, it was going to go somewhere else there. So maybe just a little bit more than that. Yeah, I thought it would be a really nice sort of tuck spot. So let's see if we can get this fairly straightish. I'm going to have to pick it up, I'm afraid, guys. I want the wording sort of straight. Yeah, I think that's fine. And when we come to put all the photo mats in and everything like that at the end, I will put something up in there. I don't want to do it now, obviously it's just been glued, it'll go pop off and just be another total disaster. But yeah, you can see that's the idea. It's loose at the bottom, so you can tuck something up into there. And this one was just going to have a ribbon on it. Now I just need to see where the centre of that is. It measures 1.25 inches, so I reckon 5/8 of an inch is halfway. 5/8, that's about there. I just need to make that mark a bit bigger because I can't see it. And once again, we've got the crocodile out and a box of eyelets. And we put a gold one in the last one, so I'm going to carry on with that. I don't like it when they're all different colours. There's a gold there. These eyelets that I'm using are by a company called Draper. They do sort of manly tool type stuff. Not our girly tools that we sometimes have. And because of that, they're not so expensive as you know, the pretty ones. And they do the job very nicely. So I'm going to make it on the biggest hole that I can, which is 3/16. Bring that down. Make your hole. Push that right to the front to set the eyelet. Pop the eyelet through. It's much easier when your hands aren't really gluey, but we'll get there. And I just press that down a little bit till I can see that post coming out. Then I hook my eyelet onto the post and press down. And that way then you know, you always get a good result. I certainly do anyway with the Draper ones. I have recently bought some ones from Craftelier, their own brand. And I'll let you know how I get on with those as and when I use them. But they come in good little pots. I love the pots. Right, so let's just pop some ribbon through there. So we've got some sort of continuity going on. So I want a piece about how long? About that long. Probably a bit shorter than that, but we'll see. I don't think I've got a sharp pair of scissors to my name. But you know, we manage, don't we? Where's my tool? This one. Let's push that through to the front. Oh, push it out altogether, whatever. There we go. Grab hold of that. Like so, and make your loop. So pull that out, make a loop that you can get the ribbon ends through. Like that, pass them through. So much easier when you haven't got gluey hands. I know you're looking at me thinking, what is she doing? But every single bit of me is gluey. Pull that up nice and tight, and then I'm just going to split those so they lie more like bunny rabbit ears, and I'm just going to cut those off at an angle like that, and the other one. They don't have to be the same length, and sometimes they look quite nice if they're not the same length. Now this ribbon I have found is very free. It frays. It's free. I'm sure that's not a word. So I have got my cooker lighter, fire lighter thing here, and what I'm going to do is just pass the ends through the flame, and it just stops the fraying, because it's the nylon that causes it. So of course the nylon melts when you pass it through the frame. Flame, not a frame. So that stops it melting, and it doesn't discolour it or anything, it just makes it more secure. So that's that. Lovely. So let's bring this page in. Let's check that we're all done. You could, if you wanted to, put something on there, but to be honest, I think there's enough going on, really, I do. So let's get this back double-sided and glued and stuck into place. Quite like the idea of doing the page first before you stick it in. That way then, if anything horrendous goes wrong, and you all know me, sometimes things do go horrendously wrong, then you can, at the very least, change it. Bits of me. Oh, I've broken my nail. Oh no, that's a tragedy. That is a tragedy. So bits of the dry wet wipe that I've been using have stuck to my hands, and now they're coming off onto the double-sided. It's a romantic life. This is a big page, and we've done well to get it all done. I really wish I hadn't broken my nail. I don't know how that happened, but it has, so just got to live with it. I'm going to put it all around the outside, and I'm going to put some in the centre as well. And then for good measure, I'm going to add some collal. So hopefully this page, once it's stuck down, is never coming off, ever. There we go. Right. So which is the top? This is the top. Not that it really matters, does it? As long as you get some tape on there. This is a new thing of tape, and it's really large and really unwieldy, to be honest with you. But it'll soon go down at this rate. Just one more piece. There we go. So I'm just going to burnish that down well. Lovely, all around the edges. Last one. Lovely. Let's just pop that off and stick a bit of glue on, and we will be ready to get it in our book. I think that's what I'm going to call it, a book, because it is. It's not particularly mini, it's not particularly maxi. It's a sort of photo album if you choose to put photos in it, but if you want to write in it, you could equally do that, or you could write on separate paper completely and put that in. So I'm not going to call it a mini album. I'm going to be different. I'm going to dare to be different and call it a book. A pretty book. So that's all of the tape off. Put the blade of my knife away. Get my collal out and just add a little bit of that for extra good measure. And I do want to get this on in the right place, so I'm going to put a little bit along the edge. And I've got a little bit of sort of blue, which must be my nail varnish, stuck in the tape there. Maybe that's what broke my nail. Who knows? Anyway, here we go. Here we go. Now I could do with a bit of white card or something similar. Just, yeah, that'll do. Just to put under that so I can see where the edge of the paper is. This is the back of my sticker sheet, because it's hard to see it. So this is the edge there, so close to that edge. Because I've got the collal, I can just move it a little bit. Let's have a look and see what that looks like. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Happy. Happy camper. So let's move that out of the way and give this a good old... Well, I'm just going to go around with my finger first, just to check. And then give it a good burnish down. Little bits of air that you can hear, chase them out to the side. the lid back on my collall. There we go. Pop that back in place there. And that just shuts like that. I think that does need something on it actually. Looking at it, it looks just a bit bare. So let's have a look at the sticker sheet, see what we've got. I don't really want to back it with black, just something that I can just peel off and stick on. So, well but it's the same as that, so I need something that's not red really. Might help if I look the right way up. I've got that circle, which I suppose would marry with that one. Or I've got that green circle, that's quite nice. That would look quite nice there. Yeah, that's the one. That's the fella. So let's get this out. Try and make sure we get this central. Does that look central? Yikes. I think that's central. I think that's pretty central to me. So burnish that down properly. Just takes the plainness off that tag, but it doesn't stop you putting a photograph on it. So there we go. What do you know? So if I've got a little piece of paper somewhere, which I must have, you'd have thought, here's a little piece, just a remnant. So that's going to be a tuck spot, so you can pop things up there. Nice. Yep, that works. Okay, so that's that page done. Looks nice. I like it anyway. I hope you do. I hope that you're enjoying following along. I need to, I didn't do the ends of this with my lighter, so I need to do that. That's fine. Just stop and frame, because it really would make your album look cheap if you had really, you know, long straggly ends off your tag. So that matches that. It's all coming together. So we still have, however, this one to do. That's done. That's done. And this one, and then the inner cover. But we're getting there. Definitely getting there. And I've really enjoyed doing that today. So there we go. I shall be back with you very soon with another page. And I'd like to think that you're following along, or at least jotting down some of the sort of layouts, so you can make one yourself, maybe in different papers altogether, but the same general layout. So thanks for joining me. I'll be back with you really soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.